What's going on, snack fans? Welcome back to another episode of Ryan Reviews. Today we're talking about the undead. Wait, no, the unwanted, the undead adventure. So Ryan, what is this all about? Why should I give two turtle shits about this anime? Well, viewers, I'm still trying to figure that out myself a little bit. As of the recording of this episode, there are 3 episodes out, and I've seen 2 of them so far, so let's just hop right into it. The basic premise of this anime is basically, it's not an isekai, it's a dungeon crawler. Dive into the dungeon, defeat the dragon, defeat the monsters, get the loot, come back, hang out with the guild, and drink and hang out, and power-ups and potions and stuff like that. So, our main character is named Rent, like pay your rent, rent is due, late on rent, etc, etc. And Rent is like a E rank or like a D rank adventurer. Like he's been adventuring for 10 years. He's like, he knows what he's doing, but he fucking sucks at his job. Like he cannot get like shit done basically. Like, he's like that guy who's like really okay with being like shit his whole life. We all know one of those guys. So he one day goes into a dungeon and he encounters like a mega rare monster that turns him into an undead creature. He's not dead, but he's certainly not alive either. So it's the unwanted undead adventure. And so basically now Rent has to find a way to become human again. That's all like the first episode basically. Now Rent needs to just kind of now he's just wandering this like super basic, super surface level dungeon, like a level 2 dungeon basically, and he figures out that he can still kind of do some pew 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 fireball magic attacks. Woo! Do not eat a spicy meatball Subway sandwich right before recording, because boy howdy, it's coming out both ends. As of right now, Rent is a skeleton person, like an undead monster, who is too afraid to go back to his village because they're gonna fuck him up. If he leaves this level 1 dungeon and he goes outside to the real world, he's gonna get attacked real fast. So he's chilling in here, trying to figure out what to do next. He figures that if he can go from a skeleton to a ghoul to a vampire, to a high-ranking ghoul to a vampire, and I guess like eventually he wants to be human again. That's what he's trying to do. But he's trying to rank up through the monsters so that he can like become human again. So about a month goes by, he levels up to a ghoul, and he has like some skin, he has some vocal cords, he has a penis, stuff like that, and he meets a brand new adventurer. He is like wandering the dungeon like he always does, you know, pew pew, casting his spells and like hiding his face and stuff like that, because his face is like basically a zombie at this point. But episode 2 rolls around and he's like walking around the dungeon and he spots someone. You'll never believe that this is my 3rd time making this stupid video because I keep getting this poor girl's name wrong. I'm just going to shamelessly read it off the computer real quick because I am so sick of being wrong. This person that Rent meets, her name is Rena Rupaj. Rena Rupaj. We're gonna call her Rena because Rupage? It kind of looks like sausage. I'm not the most artistic person, nor am I good at reading, so fuck you. Rent meets Rena, and Rena is like this super sweet, super newbie, like bright-eyed, bushy tail, full of dreams, adventure, and she's like level 1, trying to figure her way out through the dungeon, and she gets cornered by a couple of super low-level skeletons, and Rent's like, oh fuck no, not on my watch, and he like powers up his arm using magic MP for strength and then slashes the shit out of those skeleton people. And Rena is like super thankful, but she's also like really scared because he looks like a fucking zombie. Just pause, just put a skirt, break, please pay at the next window, hold up, choose your own adventure. How am I feeling so far after the first episode? I'm feeling alright. I am feeling like this is like a C rank anime so far. There is just enough substance for me. Sorry, my hat's like kind of not crooked. We're good. My hairline has always been like some sort of fucked up Vegeta looking shit. is there enough here to keep me coming back each week for more? Barely. It's sort of like that school lunch that has like a good aftertaste, but the texture is really wacky and it smells weird. It's like just worth it, like barely worth it. So far for me, this anime is just like a big whatever. It needs to really pick up not the pace, but it needs to pick up like the interesting factor. It is so freaking bare bones right now. Like even Rent looks like nothing. Like he looks like something you find in the back of your fridge on the floor. Like he looks like shit. He is not an exciting character. Rina is a fresh breath air. She is more exciting looking. I guess she does pop in a world that's bland. The premise is like just interesting enough to keep, I think, viewers and me alike coming back. Rina from episode 2 is more exciting so far, a little bit more okay, so this is like a new taste, you know what I mean? This is like a new visual, like new kind of exciting. She has a more fun character design. Oh man, I need like a Tums. 1 second. What was I even fucking saying? Rina is a breath of fresh air in this like super bland, super bare bones anime so far, and she decides to help Rent. So episode 2, Rina's like, okay, you saved me, you're really freaking weird, but you saved me and I'll help you out. So this is like every nerd adventure's like fucking wet dreams to have like a super fun, super cute like girl adventure to help him out. Rina decides to help Rent out despite him looking like a fucking freak, like a little ghoul man, like a little zombie boy. And she's like, you know what? Sure, what do you need, kiddo? And Rent's like, he talks like a zombie so far, which makes sense, right? He can barely use his tongue and his vocal cords properly because he's like a undead zombie person. But he's like, I need just some clothes and like maybe like a hood to go over my face so I can go back home. He wants to go back home. He has like a love interest back there, and she's like really hot and stuff. So this is kind of like shaping up to be like a harem adventuring anime, sort of like the off-brand version of like Overlord. Is that what it's called? Overlord? Kind of like a low-budget Walmart brand Overlord. It kind of feels like a tiny bit where he has like has a harem and like he's undead and like he's like a skeleton man and he's like a dungeon person. And yeah, so far, this feels like a mid-season drop so far. I mean, I do like it, but it feels like it might be overshadowed by some other things I'm watching right now. And so let's just kind of move forward a little bit. Rina brings back clothes for Rent, and he's like, yo, thanks so much, you're the best, you're a G, like I owe my life to you and all this stuff, now I can finally go back to town. And at the end of the episode, Rina escorts Rent back to town, and Rent's like, you can't keep following me, I'm bad news, if you get caught with me, like, they can execute you as well because you're helping a monster, you're aiding a monster. And so Rent shakes Rina and he's able to run away. And at the end of that second episode, he gets reunited with his girlfriend, or like his like love interest, or like his wife, his mistress, the person he's fucking. And he's like, I'm a zombie now, my dick doesn't work, but like maybe we can cuddle. You know how zombies are. You know how your horny zombie boyfriend is. Come on, man. Or that's the end of the second episode. I have one more episode to catch up on. Maybe I'll watch it and I'll give you guys a review next week. So far, it's eh. It's C. It's passing. It's passing, but it's not excelling. This is no like Konosuba. This is no ReZero. This is no fucking JJK. This is no Fairy Tail. This is like, Mom, I want Fairy Tail. Well, we got fucking Fairy Tail at home. And Fairy Tail at home, it's like Undead Adventure. It's just whatever. It's hard. It's hard, and I'm trying to get into it. I really am. Because I want to like it. I like everything that's like Fire Emblem feeling, like dungeon crawling feeling, level up RPG, that kind of thing. I get off to that shit. I love it. Alrighty, y'all, thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Ryan Hernia, aka Never Lose Heart, aka Konoha Cafe, aka one half of the Snack Pack 2, and you just got Ryan Review. Put like a cool like explosion right here.